Welcome to my channel. The Hall Mills Murders. It was 1922. A scandalous murder would take place in Somerset, New Jersey, which would be famously known as the Hall Mills Murders. It was on September 16, 1922 that the bodies of Eleanor Mills and Edward Hall were discovered, both lying on their backs in a field. Both had been shot in the head. Edward had been shot just the once, while Eleanor had been shot 3 times. Eleanor's throat had been severed and maggots were already found in the wound, which indicated to police that the murders had taken place at least 24 hours earlier. Edward Hall was an Episcopal minister, while Eleanor was a member of his church choir. Both were married to other people at the time, but it is believed that the two were having an affair. Police believed that the bodies had been positioned after their death, and torn-up love letters were found under the bodies, which was thought to have been placed there by the killer. At the time of the murders, when police arrived on scene, people in the area had already trampled over much of the area and some even took souvenirs from the scene, leaving any evidence at the scene severely compromised. Eleanor Mills had been born in 1888 and was the wife of James E. Mills. At the time of the murder, she had been wearing a blue dress with red polka dots, black silk stockings, a brown silk scarf, and brown shoes. She had also worn a blue velvet hat which was found on the ground near to her body. Her brown silk scarf had been wrapped around her throat. Her hand was positioned to touch Edward Hall's right thigh. It was also found during an autopsy that her tongue had been cut out. Edward Hall was born in 1881, and was an Episcopal priest. He was found with his right arm touching Eleanor's neck. His hat was covering his face and his watch was missing. A calling card was found at his feet. Both had been found side by side next to a crab apple tree. The torn-up love letters found at the scene were believed to have been from the victims. The main suspects at the time had been Edward Hall's wife, Frances Noel Stevens, along with her 2 brothers, Henry and William. Their trial began November 3, 1926, and would last a month. A local woman, who claims to be a witness and ran a hog farm would be later known as the Pig Lady, rang the paper on several occasions. Her version of events would vary each time she made a statement. She was brought to the trial to give evidence, but was so ill at the time, she had to be brought into court in her hospital bed. However, all 3 were acquitted as the prosecution failed to make a strong case against them. A second investigation was ordered, and it was found that Henry de la Bruyere Carpenter, the suspect's cousins, might have also been involved with the murder. To this day, the case has never been solved. Over the years, however, many theories would surface as who could be the killer. Some people in the area still strongly believe that it was Edward's wife and her brothers who killed them both. Other people also believe it could have been the work of the Ku Klux Klan. Another theory was that Eleanor's husband could have been the one responsible for the murders. Whoever committed this crime has never been found or charged. They may not even be alive today. Let's hope that someday, this crime may be finally solved and the killer identified. Forever remembering Edward Hall and Eleanor Mills. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to view other content.